Welcome, beautiful souls, to this sacred space. Whether you've come seeking answers, strength, or simply a moment of clarity, know that you are exactly where you're meant to be right now. God has called you here to listen, reflect, and receive. This is a space where your heart is seen, your struggles are understood, and your spirit will find rest. Now, let me ask you, have you ever felt the weight of knowing too much? Have you ever entered a room and sensed a shift in energy before anyone even spoke? Can you relate to that deep, unsettling feeling when you know something is wrong, even though everyone else seems oblivious? This, dear one, is your gift, but it's also your burden. You see what others cannot, and you feel what others refuse to acknowledge. How many times have you wished you could unsee, unfelt, just for a moment of peace? How often have you watched others live in blissful ignorance, while you carry the weight of truths that seem invisible to everyone but you? This is the burden of discernment, a gift that allows you to see deeper, to know more, but it can often feel like a heavy load to bear. But let me tell you, God did not give you this gift to break you, He gave it to elevate you. Today, we are going to explore why you've been chosen to see the truth, even when it hurts. We'll dive into how this gift has shaped you, tested your strength, and made you carry the shadows of others. But we'll also talk about the freedom that comes when you stop fighting it, when you stop wishing it away and start embracing the power God has placed within you. There comes a moment in the life of every chosen one when the weight of the world feels unbearable. You walk through it with eyes wide open, seeing things others refuse to acknowledge. You pick up on the energy behind words, the truths hidden beneath actions, and the thoughts people try to mask with smiles. This is your divine gift from God, the ability to discern, to know what others cannot. But with this sight comes a heavy burden, a weight that, at times, feels too much to carry. You may think that peace would come if you could just be like everyone else, content in ignorance, unaware of the deceit woven through the world. But let me tell you, wishing to unsee is not the solution. Your discernment was not meant to rob you of peace. It is meant to bring you closer to the truth. And in that truth, you will find strength and clarity that surpass any fleeting peace ignorance could offer. God gave you this gift because you are not meant to walk through life with your eyes closed. You are here to see, to know, and to act on that knowing. From the very beginning, you've sensed the undercurrents in every conversation and interaction. When people spoke kind words, you could feel the tension beneath them, the envy they tried to hide. When you walked into a room, you felt the energy shift, sometimes hostile, sometimes cold, even when no words were spoken. You sensed betrayal before it even happened, feeling it in the air long before it came to light. It's not that you're looking for the worst in people, but God has equipped you to see what is hidden, and that has saved you countless times. Think back to all the moments when your intuition warned you, when that inner voice told you to step away, to protect your heart, to guard your spirit. You were never wrong, chosen one, and that is the power of discernment. But yes, this gift can feel isolating, especially when others don't understand why you withdraw, why you seek solitude instead of company, why you don't engage in the same illusions they do. It can make you feel lonely, like you're walking this path alone. But know this, you are not alone. God is walking with you, guiding you through the darkness that others refuse to see. From the moment you were a child, you knew something was different about you. There was a pull you couldn't explain, an invisible hand guiding you, a deep sense that you were not like everyone else. While the other children played carefree, untouched by life's deeper currents, you felt it, didn't you? Even when you tried to silence it, to shut it down, the synchronicities appeared, too strange to ignore, too real to dismiss. You wanted to be like them, untouched by the weight of truth, unbothered by the lies hidden in plain sight. But you couldn't. You tried, oh how you tried, to just be a child, to close your eyes and ears to what was happening around you. But even at such a young age, you couldn't unsee the truth. That's not something most people experience as a child. You carried the weight of seeing things that were not meant for you to see. Do you remember how it felt to see through the adults around you? They seemed so perfect, so sure of themselves, like they had all the answers and all the love for you. But over time, you started to see the cracks, didn't you? You saw the lies they told, not just to you but to themselves. The smiles that didn't reach their eyes, the harsh words spoken in anger, the love that sometimes felt conditional. And it hurt, didn't it? It hurt to realize that the people who were supposed to love you the most didn't always know how to love you fully. In those moments, the world felt a little less magical, a little less safe. You saw through the masks they wore, and it confused you, maybe even frightened you. Why couldn't they see what you saw? Why were they pretending? It felt like no one else carried the same heaviness that weighed on you. Even as a child, your soul was deeper, wiser. You could sense the things they wouldn't speak about, the tension in the air, the unspoken pain, the quiet betrayals that went unnoticed by others your age. You learned early on that appearances couldn't be trusted. You realized that what people presented on the surface was often far from the full truth. As the years went by, this understanding shaped you. It made you tougher, didn't it? While others held on to their illusions, you learned that life wasn't always as it seemed. You matured faster than those around you, seeing the world for what it truly was. Though it made you stronger, it also left you feeling incredibly alone. Who could you turn to when even the adults around you couldn't understand the weight you carried? But hear this, God was with you then, and He is with you now. You were never carrying this burden alone, even if it felt that way. That gift of discernment, the ability to see through lies and deception, was never meant to break you. It was meant to prepare you. God was shaping you, even in your youth, for the path you're walking today. You see, chosen one, you were never meant to blend in with everyone else. That's why you felt out of place as a child. While others lived in blissful ignorance, you couldn't. While they pretended everything was fine, you couldn't ignore the truth. And that's because God had called you for a higher purpose, even from a young age. He gave you the gift of discernment not to burden you, but to prepare you for the battles ahead. Let's be honest, you fought battles that others couldn't even imagine. Look back at your life, all the times you sensed things others couldn't. When people tried to deceive you, you felt it in your spirit. When they plotted against you, you knew it before they even made a move. This is your gift of discernment in action. It serves as your armor, your shield against the schemes of those who walk in darkness. But this gift does more than just protect you, it empowers you to help others. You see through lies not only for your own sake, but also for the benefit of those around you. You are a beacon of truth in a world drowning in deception, and that's why God has placed you here. You weren't chosen just to survive the darkness, but to shine a light so bright that others may find their way out of it too. So when the weight of this gift feels heavy, remember this: you are never alone. God walks with you, His strength flows through you, and His purpose for you is far greater than any burden you bear. There were countless times when you bent yourself out of shape just to please others. You felt the weight of their expectations, their silent judgments, and their unspoken demands. You tried to fit into the mold they crafted for you, saying what they wanted to hear, hoping that maybe this time they would see your worth. You longed for their love, thinking that if you said or did the right things, they would finally accept you. But each time you tried to mold yourself to their liking, a part of your spirit shrank. You could feel the disappointment when you didn't meet their unspoken standards. You sensed how their energy shifted when you fell short of the image they had in their minds. So, in those moments, you tried to adjust yourself again, hoping to win their approval and love. But not anymore. You've come to understand that no matter how much you try, their love will always be filtered through their own pain and trauma. Their wounds are not yours to heal, and their love is not something you need to chase. God has opened your eyes to the truth. You are not responsible for how others see or feel about you. Everyone must face their own struggles, and it's not your job to lie in the bed they've made. Now, you carry the cross, not the weight of their approval. You walk in God's truth, wrapped in His protection like armor, knowing that His opinion is the only one that truly matters. You've stopped trying to control how others perceive you because you've accepted that not everyone will understand you, and that's okay. Your mission is not to fix what's broken in them, but to stay true to the path God has set before you. The chosen ones possess a unique and powerful gift: the ability to detect lies and see beyond the surface of what others present. This is not merely an intuitive sense, it's a deep spiritual insight that allows them to discern truth from deception, even when it is hidden behind masks of charm, false words, or misleading actions. From a young age, chosen ones often notice what others do not. They can sense the tension in conversations, the unspoken betrayals, and the subtle shifts in energy when someone is not being genuine. While others may be fooled by appearances or sweet words, the chosen ones see through the veil. Their gift is like a finely tuned compass, guiding them away from deceit and towards authenticity. This ability to detect lies isn't just about protecting themselves. It serves a greater purpose. Chosen ones are called to be lights in a world often clouded by dishonesty. They are meant to help others see the truth and navigate their way out of darkness and confusion. Their gift allows them to offer guidance and wisdom, shining light on situations that others may be blind to. However, this gift is also a heavy responsibility. Detecting lies means that chosen ones often see the world for what it truly is, both its beauty and its brokenness. It can be isolating, knowing things that others do not, feeling the weight of truth in a world that sometimes prefers comfortable lies. But chosen ones are not alone in this journey. God has equipped them with this ability for a divine reason: to stand firm in the face of falsehoods and to help others rise into truth. Their discernment is a shield, protecting them from being misled, but it is also a tool for empowering those around them. They are not here to judge or condemn, but to uplift and guide. By seeing through the lies, they help others discover the honesty within themselves and move toward healing and growth. In a world that can be filled with deception, the chosen ones are blessed with a profound power, an inner light that reveals the truth and exposes the shadows. This gift is their strength, their protection, and their divine calling. As you continue on this journey with the gift God has given you, remember this: you are not here to judge. Yes, you see the shadows in others, their flaws, mistakes, and missteps, but every human carries a shadow. Every soul is fighting its own battles, navigating its own pain and past traumas. Not everyone who says or does the wrong thing is evil. Sometimes, it's simply confusion or a heart that has lost its way. Though you can see their errors and hear their hurtful words, it's not your responsibility to fix them. Your gift of discernment is not meant for you to absorb every wrong others commit. God gave you this gift to protect yourself, not to carry the burdens of others. You are here to evolve, to rise above, to know when to step away and when to stand firm. Use your gift wisely. Not every battle is yours to fight, and not every shadow is yours to confront. You are not perfect, chosen one, and God never intended for you to be. If you were flawless, you wouldn't need Him. It is in your weaknesses, in your moments of struggle, that you turn to God, and that is where true growth happens. True strength is found in recognizing that you need His guidance and grace to continue forward. We often search for the light only in those times of confusion, when the weight of our own struggles, along with the burdens of others, becomes too much to bear. It's in those moments that we fall to our knees and seek God's guidance, and that's exactly where you find your strength. So, as you carry this gift, remember to show yourself grace. You won't always get everything right, and you won't always know when to act or when to let go. But that's why God walks beside you. He didn't give you this gift for you to carry it alone. In those moments when the load feels too heavy, when uncertainty overwhelms you, and the world seems too much to handle, turn to Him. He will lead you. Chosen one, this gift isn't just for others. It's for you too. It's meant to help you grow and to teach you that while you can see the shadows in others, you must first confront the shadows within yourself. That's the journey, the path ahead. And through every step, God is with you, guiding you toward the light. Amen.